Get more local customers without paying for ads. Most local businesses are invisible on Google. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone called your business because they found you on Google? Not from a paid ad, not from Facebook, just regular Google search. If you're like most business owners, it happens way less than it should, and that costs you money every single day. Here's what I see all the time. A plumber spends $2,000 a month on Google Ads. An HVAC company pays $1,500 to make marketing to some marketing agency. A landscaper throws money at Facebook, hoping something sticks. They all get some calls, but the second they stop paying, the call stops too. You're basically renting your customers, and the rent keeps going up. Meanwhile, there are businesses in your city that get customer calls completely for free. Your phone rings because Google sends people to their website. They do not pay per click. They do not worry when ads costs go up. They just get steady leads month after month. So what is the difference? Why do some local businesses show up on Google and others stay invisible? The big mistake that kills your visibility. Most local service businesses make one huge mistake with their website. They try to cover too many cities on one site. Let me explain what I mean. Say you run a gutter company in McKinney, Texas, but you also service Allen, Prosper, and a few other nearby towns. So you build one website, add pages for each city. Sounds smart, right? One website, multiple location, less work, less cost. Wrong. Here's the problem. Google wants to show local results when someone in Allen searches for gutter installation. Google looks for businesses in Allen, not businesses from McKinney that also do work in Allen. Your own page targets McKinney, great. But those inner pages for other cities, they're fighting an uphill battle. They rarely rank as well as your own page that focuses on one specific city. Think about it. When you search for something local, do you click on big companies with locations everywhere? Or do you click on a local businesses that specializes in your town? Small local sites beat the big directories like Yelp and Angie all the time. Why? Because Google favors businesses that target one specific area with their own page. In this video, I'm going to show you a test case study I built out with spending less than $100 just to prove that this system basically works. Generated 16 leads completely from people filling out this form right here. These are leads that could have cost anywhere between $1,600 to $3,000 to acquire if we were to run paid ads. And these are people completely seeing getting or completely seeing our website from ranking on the first page of Google for high related keywords like gutter repairs in McKinney, gutter contractor in zip code in McKinney, and many other key phrases like that. So that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So when people make a search on Google, three sections appear. You have the sponsored section, you have the Google Business Map Pack section, and you also have the organic section. The sponsor section here gets 25% of all the searches. These are the people like yourself who is paying for ads to show up right here. You're competing with multiple businesses to basically show up here in the search. Google wants to make money, so they have a section for you guys that are spending the big bucks right here. Then the second section is the Google Map Pack section. So in this section, also known as the Google Business Profile, they deem three businesses worthy of being ranked right here. So if you are ranking here, you're getting exactly most of the calls that are coming in. And this is the sweet spot every businesses want to rank really. Then there is this blue link section, otherwise known as the organic section, where our website is ranking position number one right here. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get your website to rank in these specific areas of Google such that you're able to get as many leads as we did for this business. So let's go into the case study right now. The very first step we took was get an exact match domain. Exact match domain simply means you're including the core service you render, which is gutters, plus the city, which is McKinney, in trying to get the domain name of the website. And what this does basically is help Google understand your website that it is local to that specific service and in that city that you're servicing. The second step we took is also tell Google about what the website is about. And you can do this by using the title tag. In here, you want to also include the core service you render plus the city in which you render the service in. This basically tells Google exactly what your website in its entirety it's all about. Then the third section right here The third step here is also include the core service plus city in the headline of the homepage of the website. In our case, we have seamless gutter installation plus McKinney, Texas right here. Then the fourth step we took for this section above the fold is also include the core service gutters plus McKinney in the very first paragraph just below the headline of the website web. That concludes the section above the fold. The next section is the our service section. So in this section, you basically want to list out all of the related services you work or you offer your clients and talk a brief about them. In our case, it's repair, cleaning, replacement, and what have you. Then the third section is why they should choose this company. So in this section, we want to talk about how long you've been in business, how well do you service your clients, what's your process from start to finish, if you're licensed, if you're insured, if you offer financing, if you have an awards of some sort, reviews you've gotten from clients. It's this section you want to include all of those. Then the second to last section that is a more that you must include is the frequently asked questions section. So in this section, you want to answer as many questions people who are looking for your services might likely ask on Google. You could basically use AI to generate these questions, or you can leverage Google's existing profile to see exactly what people are looking for. There's this section they call people also ask. People who are searching for our services are also asking questions like this. Take the question number one here. How much do gutters cost on average in Texas? This is a bit generic. You want to make it local to our area, which is McKinney in Texas. So you will phrase the question in this format. How much do gutters cost on average in McKinney, Texas? And you want to target as many of those questions as possible to build authority with Google. And the very last thing we did is also include the zip code of the areas that we serve. McKinney, we have 5 zip codes here. This allows us to show up for searches that include the zip code. You can see our website is ranking here just because we included the zip code right on the website. That's something we did on this website that got it ranked, that got Google to love this website, and how you can also replicate the same system for your business. The next thing we have to do is to get Google to trust us, to see us as a business who is credible, who is reliable. And how do we do this? Is by getting listed on local directories or Chamber of Commerce. So we have a list of over 400 local directories right here where we listed our website and got a link back to us. So you could basically go through this list and get them registered yourself, or basically like ourselves, hire the services of Mohammed Wahid on Fiverr. Does this for $75 and you get a delivery within 7 business days. And this basically strengthens your local authority, and Google sees you as a site to be reckoned with within your local space. So that's exactly what we did. $75 for local citations and $15 for the domain. And we're able to get 16 qualified leads that would have cost a business owner anywhere between $1,600 to $3,000 to generate over time. So there are other things we didn't do with this website that could have helped with the number of leads that we got and also improved the rankings. The first off is the phone number. We didn't have an active phone number on this website. Having an active phone number on this website could have doubled the number of leads to maybe 32 or even triple to up to about 53 leads or so. Reason being that people who are looking for your services locally are actually looking to call a business owner to come to their home right now to fulfill that service. They don't want to fill out a form that takes 24 to 48 hours to get responded to. So that's exactly how we're able to know that we would have doubled the number of leads that came through. Then for this section of our service section, we also want to have each of these individual services on a separate page. Gutter replacement will have its own page talking about just gutter replacement in McKinney. Gutter repairs will have its own page talking about just gutter repairs in McKinney and for other services also. Then if you look at the map of McKinney right here, we service Prosper, Roland, New Hope, Lowry Crossing. You also want to include all of these multiple locations to further strengthen the topical authority of the website and build topical relevance within the space. And this can also help you get leads. I must be clear with you, Google does not really favor inner pages as much as they do the home page. So but these pages are a must to have, such that you also improve your chances of getting rankings and thus getting more leads. Aside from the citations that we've built out, in order for us to jump from position number 3 to position number 1 for this specific keyword, we need high authority websites to mention us. So this authority website serves as like an upvote, like in Reddit, that moves up the subreddit. So we see this website as authority and Google sees them in the same way. So they further build trust. So the more websites that mentions you or talk about your business, the higher you rank in the search. A very cheap way to acquire this is through a press release. A press release simply means a newsworthy article that you put out on behalf of a business that lists either a service or a new offering that you're doing. And you can get this premium plan from King's Newswire. It guarantees you 400 websites mentioning your business with a branded anchor, and you get featured in Fox, NBC, CBS media outlets, and digital journal. This is quite cheap, and Google loves this kind of links because they call them foundational links. And if you're still not impressed with where your rankings are, you could still opt for a higher premium backlink or authority website to link back. I recommend the services of my local SEO mentor, Jackie Cho. He offers niche edit and local guest posts for anywhere between $74 to $90 for guest posts and $90 to $95 for niche edits. This is something you should have either uh, every single month to basically build the authority of your website, and thus be able to rank way higher for multiple queries via your service. I've basically given you the blueprint. It's going to cost you $15 for the domain, hosting maybe $12, citation $70, and this will bring you to anywhere about $224. But in our case, we spend less than $100 to achieve this, and we're able to generate those number of leads. So assuming uh, the service you offer costs, let's say you get $500 for each of the services you render. Imagine how much this website would have generated if they were to actually service all of these clients that we got as leads. Is a lot, and it's less compared to what you spend on ads. So this is brings us to the multi-site strategy that changes everything. You remember I said adding location pages on one site does not really work that well. So what do you do if you service anywhere between 5 to 10 mile radius, multiple towns, like in our case? You want to build out an entire different website using an exact match domain to target each of these cities that you service. Reason being that Google ranks the home page because of the number of links that are pointing to it. So you want to use this same system that we use in building out this McKinney website to build out your own structure also, such that you're able to get anywhere between 1 to 2 leads per month from each of the sites, and that could slowly generate up to 14 to 35 leads over the period of a month once it starts ranking. We built out this website in November of 2024, and by January 25 of 2025, we got our very first lead. So that is the timeline you expect to it. Within 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months, you have a full-blown SEO campaign go on viral, and you basically get the site structure like this: home page. You have the service page that lists all the service hub page that lists all of these services that you render. You have the location hub page that lists all of these locations. You have the service plus location hub that now multiplies all of this in multiple cities. And you have a full-blown anywhere between 90 to 100 and something page website servicing all of the cities that you target. So the cost per breakdown, you're going to do this today, is $224 to get started. Not 1,000, not 3,000, not 500, not 300. $224 gets you started right now. So why this works better than paid ads? So I'm not saying paid ads are bad. If you're running profitable campaigns, keep going them. Ads give you instant results. They let you test the market faster. They bring in cash flow, which builds your organic presence. But here's the thing. Ads are like renting your customers. You pay every single time someone clicks. The second your budget runs out, the leads stop, and cost keeps rising. What cost you $10 per lead last year might cost you $20 now. With organic ranking, you own the assets. Once your site ranks, it brings leads months after months, years after years. No cost per click, no budget limits, no worrying about algorithm change, shortening off your traffic. The smart strategy: run ads for immediate results, but build organic sites for long-term stability. Then slowly reduce on the ad spend. Eventually, you might cut the ads in total. So what about the map pack? The map pack is the section you really want to be in. This section right here is exactly where you really want to be in. But for most businesses, you cannot get multiple Google business profile in multiple cities. So the website is still your best bet. So you could go with that multi-microsite strategy that I said and do. So I've given you all of the nuggets, all of the things completely for free. We have to get the high quality links, we have to get the very cheap backlinks that will help you make significant rankings like it did for the case study that we did. So you can basically go and do this yourself. Pause this video, rewind, ask questions in the comment section, and I will make a video answering this question. But if you decide that this is a bit of work for you, you want to work with us, going beyond, we do not stop by just building your website for you. We help you optimize your Google business profile such that you are able to rank in the top 3 for for your Google business profile. We help you with review collections using our AI system. We set up a missed call text back for you such that when someone calls your business, you're not able to pick up, they get texted back immediately to prevent them from calling other businesses or your competitors alike. Then we stay on top of Google's updates. They are consistently changing how things are. We implement all of these strategies ethically to help you maintain your rankings. So now we got basically 16 leads from less than $100 website to build. You could do this yourself with a budget of $224 with all of this upgrade that we've done over time. All you need to do is a book a strategy call with us. Let's look at your market and your competition and see exactly how we can get you ranked and start reducing on those ad spend. So if that sounds well for you, book a call and we'll show you exactly how this works for your business. And you can turn your website into a lead generating machine. If you've watched so far to the end of this video, thank you. Please leave a subscribe and like this video. And if you have questions, leave them in the comment section and I'm going to see you in the next video.